why I came to you, Amy. Because you called to me. And I came. So that your childhood could be bright and full of friendliness. But you must promise never to tell anyone about me.
Not even Daddy or Mommy?
No. This must be a friendship that only we shall have.
Why, Daddy, you know my friend, too.
You couldn't know this woman. She died before you were born.
Oliver, please, let's not go on with this. The child's trembling.
If that child comes here again, I'll kill her. Yes, I'll kill her.
Mrs. Farrell! Mrs. Farrell! Mrs. Farrell!
Oh, little girl! I have to hide you. I'll have to hide you, little girl. My little girl is in her room, waiting to kill you. We mustn't let her find you.
Christmas comes but once a year. Now it's here, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Tra-la-la-la-la. There is a Santa Claus. Christmas comes but once a year. Now it's here, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Tra-la-la-la-la. Oh! What's the matter in here, I wonder? Look. like a pretty gloomy Christmas for those poor kids. What can I do? Let me think. Huh? Ah! Oh, no. Hooray! I've got it!
Blast off! For the most wonderful science fiction fun and adventure a boy or a girl or a grown-up ever enjoyed. Meet Billy and Betty as they encounter the fierce Martians. It's so exciting, so amazing, you'll want to tell all your friends about that wondrous day when red-faced Santa meets the green-faced Martians. You'll see it all when Joseph E. Levine presents Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. From the moment when the spaceship kidnaps Billy and Betty, here are some of the incredible things you'll actually see as Santa Claus conquers the Martians. You'll hardly believe your eyes as a giant Martian robot captures Billy and Betty. The evil Voldar imprisons Billy, Betty, and Santa in a space death chamber. Will they escape? The people of Earth give the signal that sends their mighty Air Force into space to rescue Santa. Surprise meeting. Earth kids meet Martian kids. Santa sets up a fantastic automatic toy factory on Mars. The Martian leader battles the wicked Voldar in a desperate effort to save Santa. The Wise Man of Mars. 900 years old. The Battle of the Toys, when Martian kids and Earth kids join Santa to battle the bad guys of Mars. For real space-age fun, you'll be out of this world when Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And Mr. Fresh Rogan. Yeah, that's how I feel every time my voice cracks out on me when I am talking mid-show, especially in the intro of all things. It's just like bombs going off. So, that's, a little bit of the voice talents there of our old Mr. Fresh Rogan. He's, if you didn't know, he's the next, that guy from the Police Academy movies. What's his name? Michael Winslow. We all know him from the Geico commercial where he's just making noises. That's all Fresh is doing over here. Fresh is a one-man, a one-man impressionist. He's got them all in his pockets. They call Fresh the man of 2,000 voices.
That's what I've always wanted to be.
Right. Well,
the next to that guy.
He's that guy. It's Fresh. So thanks everybody for joining us here for Scream Stream's very first holiday special. I don't have any special graphics or anything made. I kind of wish I did, but it's fine. I'm wearing a shirt. I'm festive. We are feeling spirit tonight. It is the holiday season is fully upon us. I know. Let's see. Gosh, we've got less than 10 days till Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, which we're look at us, look at all of us. We're well, I mean, I forgot, Fresh is an avatar over here. He's blue, so you wouldn't know, but well, I mean, he still celebrates Christmas. We all do.
It's just Blue Christmas.
It's Blue Christmas. Exactly. That's where you only listen to the song Blue Christmas. Right. It's pretty depressing, actually. But yeah, so it's that time of year when it can be hard to kind of find ways to, especially if you're trying to get presents for people. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. It can be hard to actually find ways to get into the spirit. So we're here to help you solve that tonight by bringing you some public domain Christmas horror. Good old-fashioned public domain Christmas horror, which there's not a lot.
Yeah, how much of that is there?
Not much, but this is a very notable one. We're going to be watching a 1972 slasher film called Silent Night, Bloody Night, which pretty wild that, we don't see many slasher movies on this show. We had a couple movies from the 70s. Even this season, we've had at least one, but we don't really get a lot of slashers. So I figured a great way to really get everybody in the holiday spirit is, of course, to celebrate with a Christmas slasher. It's something that I didn't really get into watching Christmas or horror movies during the Christmas season until the past couple years, but it gets me in the holiday spirit. So sharing that spirit with all of you tonight. So I'm looking forward to it.
So wait, is it a slasher movie or is it a goat? You said something about a spirit.
Oh well, okay. Well,
is the ghost killing everybody?
Well, it's Christmas time, so there's always ghosts hanging around that you could say might be responsible for some of the murderous activity.
Christmas spirit is hanging around causing trouble.
We're getting haunted by the Christmas spirit.
It's not a proverbial thing. It is an actual spirit. And you have to be...
It's like the Holy Ghost.
Right, exactly. It always appears around this time of year and it's just standing over your shoulder watching you.
There it is.
It's just right there. I mean, he's...
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Hang on, guys. I gotta pour my drink right here.
Okay, yes. And
it was right beside the mic, it sounded like.
Right.
Yeah, my mic is actually right here on my desk, and then I like to play dangerous.
Okay.
Pour my liquid right beside my mic.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't here when we were throwing shots and beer mugs, and we were, I almost got shit all over my keyboard if I would have continued on the track that I was on. I had good sense at the last minute to be like, maybe I shouldn't drop this shot right here in front of my keyboard. As much as I want the audience to see it, probably not a good idea. So, I mean.
It would have been worth it. That's my 2 cents.
Fresh's middle name is Danger, if you didn't know. He likes to live dangerously. That's
Fresh Danger Rogan.
Oh my God! Somebody get this man a TV pilot or some kind of.
We're in for some fresh danger.
Get this man a cliffhanger serial. I want 12 chapters of Danger Rogan flying around, beating up bad guys.
Going on his podcast, just starring in stoner comedies at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Can't be stopped. Literally the superhero for our time. He's not the superhero we want, but he's the superhero we deserve. It's Fresh is man of the future. So yeah, this movie is definitely going to, it's going to get us into the holiday spirit. I've been saying Axmas special, and that's not a exaggeration. This is an axe murder involved movie that we're watching tonight. It's just, that's, the basic plot that we're getting is, a guy inherits a house that a lot of bad stuff happened in, and now there's an axe murderer running around. It doesn't really, as we'll find out, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's cool to look at.
Buckle up. Prepare not to think too hard.
Buckle up, and it is going to get us into the holiday spirit. It's got
Welcome
the imagery.
to public domain. It's not going to make sense.
Well, yeah, that's kind of, we've learned, as we've seen over 30 movies now. So I think we've learned that a comprehensible plot is lower on the totem pole of things that they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
You know, and it is what it is. Right. Yeah. And see, I can't do my voice like that. I wish I could. I don't have that vocal range.
And then I go high, and then I can go real low.
It's got that range.
See, vocal. That's vocal range.
Yeah, that's a lot of octaves right there.
Fresh is actually training to be a one-man choir. He's got all the parts covered. It's not an a cappella thing, so let's not even.
I'm gonna do a quartet all on my own.
S-Sync is in the house. What's up, S-Sync? Happy holidays.
Christmas party.
Yes. Okay, if we don't start getting that air horn, I mean, come on, that's, you know. Yeah,
I can make that happen. I can make it happen.
I thought you might be able to rig a little something up.
Maybe you can make something like that happen.
We're channeling our inner '90s comedians tonight as well. Give you those warm, fuzzy holiday feelings. And speaking of warm, fuzzy holiday feelings, as always,
nice segue.
Well, you know, thank you. As always, Evan brings us a wonderful cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment which we call
What were you drinking?
What are we drinking tonight, Evan?
Tonight we are drinking a semi-original cocktail that I call the Silent Fright. So this is, of course, an eggnog based cocktail because it's Christmas.
If you're not a fan of eggnog, I hate it for you, because this is the only time of year that you'd want to drink it. I mean, you've got about a month window that you can really drink eggnog in season.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, you know, you want to take advantage of it. So Evans,
by January, you need to be sick of eggnog.
You've had get your fill of it, and I think we're going to tonight. No holiday special would be complete without some kind of eggnog cocktail. So
this is, there it is.
There it is. That's what we're looking for.
This is a shot of spiced rum, a shot of port wine, eggnog, obviously, shaken well, topped with nutmeg. So
that nutmeg. Thank you, sir. Ooh, very nice.
Fairly standard as far as like eggnog type things go, but there should be a lot of flavor in this, I think.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, and very, very nice way that you sprinkled the garnish on there, Evan. It was it's very artful. I can't necessarily show you all the way, but you could tell he's a regular Salt Bae over here. So
yeah, I should be working at Starbucks.
Yeah, well, barista is not something that you're a bartender, Evan. Come on, don't sell yourself short.
I think it's baristas or maybe baristo.
Yeah, baristo. I think that's something that's
baristan.
But you gotta love. I don't know why I got a cup of ice. I feel like it's definitely best to drink, you know, chilled eggnog.
Yeah, well, you shake it with ice. So.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice and cool. Smells good.
Yeah, I don't want to leave this too long. I want to jump right in here. So, cheers, everyone.
Baristan. That is really good. That that might get a little dangerous.
Yeah, that's
because it's got the flavor as I've been running my mouth to you guys. I'm flavors are soaking in still. It's kind of weird.
It's got there's a lot of flavors in that.
It's a lot of it's dangerous. Yeah. That's very dangerous because there's a lot in that. You can tell that's got
You're getting like the vanilla, like the spices.
Right.
The port is.
I think that's what the port is like coming in after the eggnog to kind of like soak in. You know, just it's pouring in. Yeah, this is gonna
doing
be
what?
Oh yeah, you gotta be. I'm setting them up. You gotta be knocking them down. Come on, Fresh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I said, it's pouring in. There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
This is definitely gonna be
That's very good.
This is gonna be a 2-drink night for me today. Did we only do one of the drink last week, or did we?
What was? I think I ran out of maybe an ingredient. Maybe.
Yeah, it was last week's drink was strong too. The Venus flytrap. It was. I didn't realize it until like the next morning when I could still taste it, and I was like, oh god, like. That was really a lot more powerful than I thought.
Yeah, that packed a punch.
It really did. And I think tonight's does too, but it's it's giving me those warm holiday fuzzies already. I can already feel it. We also got some Christmas cookies, which this is only a quarter of a cookie that I've been chomping away at. And I'm going to be eating it with so I apologize if I'm like, crunching into my microphone or I'm getting crumbs
if you're
on
covered
my
in
shirt.
crumbs by the end of the night.
It's not the holidays if you're not making a complete slob of yourself before the show. Evan and I were talking about December is the time of year you let yourself go. You're going to get fat. You can't
sugar
stop
every day, all day.
Oh, yeah. That's what, again, tonight, all about sugar. I went out, got a whole old person candy selection here for the show. Got the little strawberry thingies that everybody loves. I got, little chocolate Santas, little knockoff Reese's cups, which I can't really grab without spilling a bunch of candy, but
Garrett's ready for when his grandson comes over.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm like, all right, whippersnapper, you pop a squat right here, and it's all right that you're like 5 years old, but you're ready for Silent Night, Bloody Night. It's time.
Is this one child appropriate?
No, tonight's film is not child appropriate. So don't if your grandchildren are in the room. But I mean, I don't think there's like nudity, but there's definitely like horrific imagery. So I saw this for the first time last year, and like I've only seen it once. So like when I was preparing the show and I got to see the first minute, I was like, whoa, all right, we're coming out of the gate hot. We gotta go ahead and get into this movie. So again, 1972, Silent Night, Bloody Night. First saw this a year ago. Good imagery, doesn't make a lot of sense, but fun watch. So anything before we get into it tonight, boys?
Quick before the internet goes out.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Then without further ado, we're going to get into Silent Night, Bloody Night right now.
We're going to speed run this movie.
Yeah, put it on 2x.
One last time, I have to see this ground. It's beautiful now, as if nothing had happened here. Soon they will tear down the main house, and then nothing will be left.
Damn, we have color.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Except what I remember.
This movie must suck if it's color the
I grew up in the town nearby, where my father was the mayor, and where this house
Where my father was the mayor.
It was built by Wilfred Butler.
My grandfather came before me.
And he never lived at home. Until the day before Christmas in 1950, he finally did come back. For the last time.
Keep them damn dogs quiet. Sons of bitches, bumpusses. Had to get in a Christmas Story reference.
Merry Christmas, you filthy cannibals. Holy shit, what? What?
Dear God, dude. I'm on fire.
This guy's on fire, guys.
Okay.
See,
yeah, this movie is fire.
I said we started out hot.
You weren't lying.
I wasn't lying.
All of us believe that his death was an accident. No one knew that another person had come to Butler House that Christmas.
This is so funny.
Hilarious.
He's just burning outside, and like you can see him through the window, and it's like, we always thought his death was an accident.
I honestly didn't even notice that his body was burning outside that window. That's wild.
As Deputy Coroner of the County of Arlington, State of Massachusetts, I hereby find, upon evidence of an autopsy conducted by the medical examiner of this county, that the deceased, Wilfred Butler, died as a result of burns inflicted accidentally upon
2001, A Space
himself on his
Odyssey.
own premises during the afternoon of December 24th, 1950. No further inquiry shall be held over the body of the deceased, and this inquest is officially closed.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
All together now. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
So this was the 1980 re-release title Death House, but
Bitch, I'm in the death house, man, I'm passed out.
I jammed with that. But it was you know, originally released in 1972 as Silent Night, Deadly Night. And you see John Carradine, we've seen him in, I think we just saw him in Voodoo Man, which is our episode that you won't find anywhere. But
yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been a while, so you may not recognize him, but this was from his glory days of getting paid to just do nothing in movies and just getting used for his name. But this is again, so this is actually an early slasher movie. Like, just to kind of preface it, slasher movies were not a thing at this time. They hadn't really been invented yet. You'd had Psycho, you'd had a bunch of Psycho knockoffs, but
so is this a Psycho knockoff? Or a Psycho descendant?
Honestly, in a way, you could say that, but we'll talk about later in the episode. There were other Christmas horror movies or other holiday horror movies that kind of established what slashers were, and I think we know what those are, but we'll talk about that. Now I've already finished my damn eggnog. Blast.
Well, we had a little bit of a break
After the
there.
coroner's inquest, on New Year's Day, they buried Wilfred Butler. There was no one there to mourn him. It was the funeral of a stranger. There was no one there to mourn him. There was no one there to mourn him.
She was obviously wrong. There's some people there, clearly.
There was no one there to mourn him.
I, Wilfred Butler, being of sound mind and body,
I don't know why that's so funny to me. He just zoomed on a picture, and he's like,
do hereby leave my house and its
I
and all personal effects.
Transferred my soul into this picture. Ah!
To my oldest surviving relation, my grandson, Jeffrey Butler. And I solemnly charge him with one duty. Let
Duty.
him
Yeah,
leave
he
the
said it.
house as
Duty.
I left it, standing untouched to remind the world of its inhumanity.
They wouldn't put the 19 on it.
For 20 years, that house lay empty.
Right, because he might
Exactly
live
as
to be
Wilfred left it.
what, 105?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
last year,
yes, but also it's like, why would they even bother putting the 19 on it?
Right, by the time that, you know, they get the other half of that number, the first two numbers are going to be all old and faded.
Yeah.
Whoa. Jeez, this guy is out of there. I'm getting out of this loony bin. I got a monkey wrench and I'm not afraid to use it. So that's like that's a point of view shot. These are, you know, this is kind of new.
That's my favorite kind of shot, if you know what I mean.
You know what I'm saying.
This is new, not new territory for porno, but definitely new territory for horror movies at the time. This was not like a common trope that it is now.
Are you saying that porno is like cutting edge?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
they paved the way.
It's the avant-garde of art.
Porno really paved the way in the film industry.
Absolutely.
Before then, you never had like the close-up of the balls.
Right. I mean, why do you think they invented
I've never seen it. He was a lawyer.
Dude, I really think unironically porn sort of pushes technology forward.
I mean, doesn't it though?
It really does.
It really does.
Stop and look serious, please.
Man. Oh, okay. I was about to say, this looks like a 70s movie. Like, these people are definitely about to die.
It is.
It is a 70s movie.
Mayor's gonna have a fit, yeah?
One more shot.
Come on.
Stay there. I want one together. And smile.
Freak idiots can't even take pictures of themselves like normal people. Take a selfie.
Yeah, pull your phone out. What are y'all doing?
For all the
Fucking
news that happens,
hipsters.
stay tuned to WLIX, your voice of the Northeast. This is Roger Fowler with local stories.
I love this.
First, today's headlines.
It's
Where
really,
house fire still rages in
They just had her drive down the road. They didn't do a bunch of like soundstage bullshit.
right. Just sitting in the seat beside her.
And over in Roxbury, the city passes a controversial housing code.
If we're not belting out Christmas carols by the end of this episode, then we have severely failed.
Like you were just doing, for sure.
Right.
She didn't want to stop for knockoff Jack Nicholson.
I love it when I get carolers and I open the door and they just are going her.
Yep. I don't know the words. Peas and carrots.
The car that has a lot of gas.
God, this audio is fucking wild. Those aren't real birds. Sounds.
Birds aren't real anyway.
That's certainly not a sound.
It's beautiful. Honey, that was it. I think the mayor's waiting for me.
My love is such
The mayor.
Right. Laura always says that.
Darling,
What?
don't be long.
Honey, if you get bored, just look at the view.
Just
Sooner or
look at all
later,
the
that
birds.
viaduct's gonna take us back home.
Wait, what's he there to do?
So he's like getting the deed to that house, or there's something. He
I see,
either
they're, like,
inherited
buying the
it,
house.
or he's a real estate guy. I can't remember which.
I like how he has the dice clay sunglasses on.
Well, you know, that's fashion. Nothing like, you know, popular late 80s comedian fashion, right?
And these guys.
Mr. Carter.
Staring. Oh my god, that jacket.
He's gonna say, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her cards in a way.
This is Charlie Toman, who publishes our weekly newspaper.
That's John Carradine.
Toman.
Why does he look like such a fucking dick?
And this is Tess Howard.
The glasses
She operates
aren't
our
helping.
switchboard.
Oh, really?
We call
No, they're
her
not.
the communications director.
The
And this is Bill
communications
Mason,
director.
our sheriff.
Why is this such an awkward
Won't
meeting?
you sit there, Mr. Carter?
Oh, he almost sounds like
Heads
Vincent
at the
Price.
table.
Thank you. I didn't expect to meet you all together. It's quite a reception.
You probably all wanted to see who's buying this fucking haunted house. Probably why they're all just kind of sitting there.
All right, let's begin. As you know, I've been retained by Jeffrey Butler. The matter concerns the house that he inherited from his grandfather, Wilfred Butler.
Go on, Mr. Carter.
I believe that you offered to buy the house from my client.
Offered. We begged him. We wrote letters
That's
and we...
enough, Tess.
Well, it's true.
Trouble. There's always trouble.
I can sympathize.
I spent the last 20 years and more driving people away from there.
Grizzled sheriff.
Prowlers,
I can't keep
burglars.
these damn kids
they're the
away from
worst.
this haunted house
For
forever.
nothing because of that will. That dribble about humanity. No, no, no. Inhumanity. What the hell is that, huh?
Yes, well, he was a bitter man.
Hate.
It must have been very hard.
It must have been hate.
That man hated. Well, some people are like that.
Oh shit. No, no, no! No!
He's gonna kill his
No!
dog. Wow.
Oh man, whoever just tuned in, I'm sorry that's what you had to start with.
That's rough.
Oh, that was, yes, Evan, that was rough.
No pun intended.
Life is rough.
So our first body is a dog.
Well, besides that guy who was running out of the house,
okay, right.
flaming,
I guess the
flames on the side of my face, heaving breaths. There's a Clue reference for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
packing them in tonight.
Yeah.
Are you offering it to us, Mr. Carter?
I already know how this is gonna end.
Why now?
Well, that's Mr. Butler's
Butler
business,
did it.
isn't it?
The
daughter.
You know we're not rich.
Daughter's killing
Most
everybody.
of us came here during the
Calling it.
Depression. But we love this town. It's our home.
And naturally, you want to improve it.
Exactly.
My client understands that, and he fully sympathizes, and he's willing to sacrifice the house for $50,000 in cash.
Shake him down.
By noon tomorrow.
That's a lot of money back now.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of money back.
That's an awful lot of cash.
It's also an awfully good bargain.
You could go to Wilton. You could go now to the bank.
Take everything out. I don't care what you have to leverage.
Am I clearly understood?
Let's just get this fucking house.
All that cash.
Perfect. I'll wait for your answer till tomorrow.
You're spending the night here?
Yes.
May I ask where?
At the Butler house.
We could put you up at the motel as our guest.
No, the house is fine.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm sure that that hotel's got some kind of
That's
creepy
but I'm
owner that
meeting
we
Mr.
don't
Butler
want
about some,
to. We don't want to
personal
risk getting murdered by. We'll be much safer in the scary abandoned mansion.
Ooh, look, see, I don't do motels.
No
I'd
trouble.
rather stay in
You'll
the
need a
death
phone.
house.
Don't want to be stuck out
That's
there.
how much I don't do motels.
Yes. So, wow. Did you guys get that? She's like, I'll set up the phone for you. Talk about a Chekhov's gun.
By the way,
the phone isn't
have you
working.
known Mr. Butler a long time? No, I've never met him. He called me and asked me if I'd handle this for him.
Actually,
I said yes. He had the key.
We'll talk about the significance of this. It's actually very significant what they're doing there.
It's Howard. See you all tomorrow.
I mean, again, there's a couple stylistic things that they do here that were kind of used later.
Talking about stylistic things, look at this fucking scarf and the jacket.
Slick, really slick. He's a big lawyer, Bill. You've got to expect that. Don't tell me about lawyers.
Oh, you see the way he looked at us? You see his clothes?
He's doing his job. Just don't tell me about lawyers. You know what I'd like to see? Two of them like that when talking to each other. Neither one of them would know what to believe. I love you, too.
John Carradine, such a lucky guy at the end of his life. All he's got to do is ring a bell.
Oh, no, I can't tell you what it is
just
now.
gets paid money.
Now, would it?
Doesn't have to talk, remember any
lines. I can't come
lines.
home now, but it'll be very soon. Very soon. Honey, of course I miss you. Yes, I miss Mommy, too.
Yeah, nothing like...
Laura, how are you, kid?
Yes, I miss you, but I'm having a lot of fun with my mistress, and I just can't get away.
No, I want to call. I want to talk to Jenny.
So genuine. Do you miss me? Yes.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I'm...
Oh, yeah, I missed that person you mentioned, too.
The same to you, darling. What do you mean, hostile?
We're not in Europe. We're staying at the house. There is no hostel around here.
Yes, I agree it would be a cheaper option, but all they have is a ratty little motel. We're just going to stay in the haunted house.
I was wondering if we get it.
Is that a hearing aid?
I can't tell. I think, yeah.
It's very big.
Okay.
That was his only line, and it wasn't even him.
Do me a favor, Tess.
Tear it down.
So he really didn't have to say anything.
No. He just got paid. I mean, and that was a lot of John Carradine's like last 20 years, was just getting paid to sit on set and be sober enough to do whatever they were asking him to do.
So he was like just a big name.
Yeah, big horror movie name that you could put on the poster and put a little box around. And
I feel like you can only get away with that for a few years. Like after a while, you're gonna learn that like he's not really even in it.
That's kind of what I figured out. Anything that comes from John Carradine that's in the 70s or 80s, don't expect him to be doing very much.
He's just there to be on the credits. It's like Bela Lugosi's eyes.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He's gonna be there, but he's gonna be sitting down most likely. It's like a Steven Seagal.
Right. Did y'all just notice that again? It was another subjective shot, like running through the house. That was just like a cool shot.
Yeah, the fact that they won't show this person is what makes me think it's
fantastic.
the daughter.
The mayor's daughter.
Yeah, Butler wasn't kidding.
Because
nobody's lived here for years.
That would be such
if they showed it was a woman, it would kind of narrow things down.
Grandfather's monument. You know, there's a caretaker who keeps this place just the way he left it.
Jesus Christ.
What kind
so
of
ornate.
Is this?
Imagine having to keep this place up.
Well, that's
so this is a Long Island mansion that's still standing today. Actually,
so someone does have to keep this up.
Somebody does.
Someone has to dust.
You gotta clean all those little balls at the end of the stairway.
All them nooks and crannies.
I hate it.
And he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me
I love this.
These shots are great.
This is freaky.
This is what makes a slasher movie.
It's like Halloween.
And nobody. Well, this was actually shot 8 years before Halloween, released 6 years before Halloween.
as a kid.
I like how the POV camera is like all distorted. Like, it looks like they're using some
kind of fisheye a little bit.
Yeah.
Subsequently eradicated.
Definitely more of a wide-angle lens for sure.
None other has ever known.
The Butler House.
Butler? No. I'm not calling a butler. His last name is Butler. So it's all Abbott Costello bit trying to live in that the Butler
Well, you know
house.
what? To make it less confusing for this conversation, just call me Stedman.
Just call me Stedman. well, okay, Stedman.
Bologna and macaroni.
My name's
No,
also Ray.
some of that potato salad.
Okay, Stedman, what can I do for you?
The delicatessen man took a personal interest in its selection.
Oh, well, we got lucky again. That's early 1970. That's hard to come by.
Can I have some too?
Wait, what?
Of course you may.
He's saying early 1970. That's hard to come by. Of course, this was shot in the year 19. It was shot. Well, it was shot in 1970, so it's literally that same year. Look at this vintage 2022.
It's so funny.
I mean, that's
you can't get this anymore.
This is the 70s, so they're aware. There's a little bit of a nod and a wink to a lot of what's going on.
The people who lived here, they must have had a wonderful life.
Well, I hope they did.
Yeah, that's what you... If being burned alive is a wonderful life, then I guess George Bailey really didn't... that movie really didn't do it justice, did it?
Well, to be fair, it was pretty sweet up until that point.
But it was a pretty good ride up until...
The foundation is 8 bricks wide. Now, someday they're going to come in here and they're going to tear this place down and they're going to build little tract houses.
You're saying you don't want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Quarter-acre and half-acre lots.
Just light me on fire.
That's what that means, right?
I want to go up in flames.
Surprise of its life. They built a kingdom out here. Nobody's left.
No?
I mean, I guess if you light yourself on fire, you're kind of guaranteed to go out in a blaze of glory.
You know, he's asking $50,000 cash for this place, and if he only wait, he can get at least $250,000. But he won't take his time, so he'll get screwed.
He'll get Scrooge.
Ooh.
I wasn't even listening to the conversation.
No, I really wasn't either.
Stairs
But that
down?
shot was great.
So, you know, one of the great pleasures in life is the pleasure of anticipating pleasure.
All right, this is some 70s sex bullshit if I've ever heard it.
He's into edging.
Sure.
The pleasure is
He's trying to give her a hint for later in the bedroom.
Right.
Keep looking, honey.
Do you like that tantric shit?
Yeah, we want to go 3 months of edging, and then... You ever heard of Sting? He does this a lot.
Shit, look at that wallpaper. It's so loud.
God, don't you love the 70s with the, you know, it's loud, but it's... That back then is considered tasteful.
It's
Dear
fancy.
God. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, that's already looking like a very incompetent deputy with his sideburns and his sneering.
No, sir. But look at this. More football, huh? Look how they smeared that quarterback. Look at his arm. Got no time now. Protest.
Yeah, just like if you were holding your phone. Look at this highlight. Look at this.
Look at this TikTok.
Wait.
He's pointing at the photos, and he's not even pointing at like an article.
He's like, look at this picture of this football
I've been
player
staring
doing
at this picture in this magazine for like 10 minutes.
Hello? Oh, yes, Miss Howard. Yeah, the phone's working fine.
Nope, phone's actually not working.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I think our connection is spotty. You're cutting in and out.
Honey,
I can
I'm
just
going down
barely
the car
hear
to
you.
get some cigarettes. Be back in a minute.
Okay.
Wait, is that a mirror?
He's going out for a pack of cigarettes and he's not coming back.
And my dad's in
survive.
It wouldn't be the holidays without
Merry
a depressing. Hell, we might. I don't know. I can't remember if we get some nudity here or not. We might. Just.
Uh-oh, is it the 70s?
For all you Puritans. Oh, see, they cut it right there.
We'll cut back and she'll just be completely nude.
She's just the cut back. Just full frontal for like 5 minutes for no reason. Wait, what did he get out of the car?
It looked like some kind of present. Presents.
It's gonna be a gun. He's just gonna shoot her. The twist is that he's actually the killer.
Wow.
Never see it coming.
Did you get your cigarettes?
Yes, I did.
May I have one?
Sure. No, it's the most amazing things. These cigarettes come in these very small packages these days.
Real smooth.
I don't think that's cigarettes. Fucking liar.
You got me cigarettes for Christmas?
No.
God, you really put a lot of thought into this, didn't you, Dick?
Thanks for ruining the surprise.
Yes, ma'am. That's
You ruined my Christmas. Quick, light his picture on fire. Don't never give him any peace. Freaking high-waisted pants, man. I'll never
belt there.
Never understand. I'd never be comfortable with my belt up there.
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna bring it back.
I'm just gonna give myself a huge wedgie every day.
That'll show him. I'm standing up to the man. Whatever's popular, I'm not doing it.
Look, the youth are wearing their pants down low. I'm wearing mine up high.
High pants in it today. I love how much that old bed like shifts when they lay in it.
Right.
The headboard like flaps against the wall just when they like lay down a little bit.
Very loose bed.
Yeah, this could
really got
take
the CTP up.
Needs a tune-up. The ultimate edge, getting killed before you can nut.
I'm gonna edge all the way into the next life.
I'll finish when I get to heaven.
That's why they call them the pearly gates, am I right?
That was good. That was good.
He's got a gimmick.
That's his calling card.
And that is going to take us to our first break. So what do we think so far? I mean, we're out to a hot start.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot going on.
A lot going on. We've had a couple murders already. We just had a brutal axe murder. I don't know. Did you guys see that coming? Because I think the first time that I watched this, I was totally caught off guard, and I think that maybe it's because I wasn't paying 100% attention at the time when I first watched it.
I didn't think whatever that thing was walking around was necessarily there while they were there. I thought it was like some trickery where it's like, this thing was walking around the house earlier today.
See, but honestly, Fresh, that's actually good thinking for the back half and final third of this movie, because that's kind of, I think, where the logic starts to go. It's like, well, when is what happening? What? And it's just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't expect, especially like I knew it was a slasher, but I didn't expect a brutal axe murder.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't expecting them to jump immediately into bloody axe murder.
No, I wasn't either. Not in the first 30 minutes. Again, this is only 10 years after Psycho. So again, you have a gruesome, bloody murder within the first 30 minutes. You kill off the people that are essentially the closest thing we've had to main characters up to this point. So it's taking cues from Psycho there. You'd already had splatter films as a thing up to this point, but there's a lot of new stuff going on here, and especially just to take all this gruesome shit and set it during Christmas time is a novel thing in and of itself. Like Christmas horror movies were not a thing at this time. It had been used as a backdrop for horror movies, like during the golden age of horror movies. I think maybe one. There's The Curse of the Cat People, which is not even necessarily a horror movie. It's more of a child's fantasy, but it's creepy and it's kind of scary, but it takes place during Christmas. And so it's got like a weird vibe to it. So check out Curse of the Cat People. But other than that, in Hollywood, they didn't really think, let's bring the holiday season into the scares. That didn't really come until the 70s. There was the same year that this movie came out, there was a feature version of Tales from the Crypt, and that's an anthology movie, and there's a short story in there about a killer Santa Claus, which is that's where we start kind of seeing this idea of holiday horror, of which Killer Santas is a whole subgenre in and of itself.
Yeah, it's kind of the gimme.
It is the gimme, and that's not what we have tonight. But the same year that this came out, there was that story in Tales from the Crypt, and that's really scary because it's about an escaped maniac who's dressed up as Santa, and this woman is like trying to conceal a crime, but she's hearing on the radio, oh, there's an escaped maniac dressed as Santa, lock your doors. So she's like locking her doors, but like Santa's fucking there already, and it is
late.
So it takes a lot of the same tropes that even this movie and other movies would use. But that was the earliest Killer Santa thing.
The ho 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 came from inside the house.
Yes, Evan. Yes. You
Can't
think
lock
that's
the
a
chimney,
joke?
goddammit.
You think that's a joke, but that is literally.
I got it.
That is like what a lot of these movies have in common is that urban legend of this idea of phones and the calls and where the calls coming from. They're from the killer and they're from inside the house. I'll go into it more when we go to the second break. But this break, we're going to get some Killer Santa trailers, which there was that Tales from the Crypt thing, but it wasn't until about 8 years later that there was a movie called Christmas Evil, which is about this.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah. It's a great title. I think it was originally called Better Watch Out or something like that. And
That's less good.
Less good. Then they changed it to Christmas Evil. And a lot of these Killer Santa movies deal with the same stuff. Insanity, trauma, usually some little kids see Santa doing a horrible thing when they're a child. They grow up to be a maniac. They dress up as Santa and they kill.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Right. That's essentially what Christmas Evil takes that premise and then, well, what if they became a maniac after that? But the ending is absolutely bonkers. And like the trailer won't give that away. Suffice to say, check out Christmas Evil because I just saw it for the first time a few years ago, and you'll never see the ending coming. It's amazing. And then the second trailer is it came 4 years after Christmas Evil. It's called Silent Night, Deadly Night. Kind of close to tonight's movie title, completely different. But again, Killer Santa, all this very similar stuff. but it was very controversial, and it kind of set off conservatives. But we'll talk more about that. We'll watch the trailers. And then
something set off the conservatives. Are you sure?
Oh, could you imagine? What? Oh, I'm so
easily
shocked.
Offended. What snowflakes?
Who could have thought? Yes, seriously. But we'll get into that. So we're gonna check out these two trailers, and then when we come back, we're going to get into the exciting middle of Silent Night, Bloody Night. So stick around. We will be right back.
I told you he'd be happy that we remembered him.
This Christmas, Santa's going to make everyone happy. The grown-ups and the kids. Christmas evil, the non-believers,
Watch out!
and the screamers. And this Christmas, you better believe in Santa, or he'll slay you.
Merry Christmas, Frank.
Christmas evil, the night he dropped in.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Survive Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
And Santa. Oh, and we are back. Sorry, what were you saying there, Fresh?
You know, Santa is an anagram for Satan. So.
Yes, dude, I was listening to a whole breakdown about that the other day. I mean, again, go look into the whole satanic origins of Christmas. How much breakdown does that take? If your last podcast on the left, extensive.
It takes an hour.
It takes an hour and a half, yeah.
I only listen to the Joe Rogan Experience, so.
Right, so they go over just how satanic Christmas really is. I mean, it is.
I'll wait for them to talk about it. I don't. I'm loyal. I don't listen to any other podcast. Wouldn't want to cheat on my boy Joe Rogan.
No, you better not. He demands loyalty. He demands satisfaction. So
podcast monogamy.
Yeah, podcast monogamy. Strict. Very strict.
Yeah, I'm not just shopping around like the kids these days. You know?
He's got integrity. He's got morals. Good moral fiber.
I'm a traditional conservative man.
Traditional conservative man. Many traditional conservative men were pissed off at Silent Night, Deadly Night, and women and children. It was a big controversy when that movie came out because of the idea of a killer Santa Claus. People were like, You're making Santa, my kids are afraid of Santa. This is a terrible thing for the children.
So they're saying the same thing that they're saying like this year about Winnie the Pooh.
Right. How could you take this beloved character and turn it to an evil thing?
And they say easily. It's money.
Right.
It's public domain. You can just do it.
You can just do it. It's not hard. It's true. You really can. And the thing is, it wasn't like, it was weird. I don't really know why Silent Night, Deadly Night attracted as much controversy as it did, because again, you'd already had Christmas Evil. You'd had some other movies. I think there was a movie called To All a Good Night about a killer Santa that had come out in 1980.
That's my catchphrase.
To All a Good. Yeah, right. Almost. I mean, they're like, it was a thing, but for whatever, it might have been Ballyhoo, that might have been, the studio might have created the controversy for Silent Night, Deadly Night to get a more, a bigger audience.
Ballyhoo?
Yeah, Ballyhoo is that whole idea of creating like buzz about your film, like through whatever means necessary, even if it's like hiring protesters to go outside of malls and theaters and picket your film.
They used to call false flag attacks Ballyhoo.
It's all about the Ballyhoo.
Yeah,
that's what the movie Wag the Dog is all about. That's false flag Ballyhoo. Absolutely.
I love it.
But no, it worked. I think that movie was successful enough. It had 5 sequels, maybe more than that. You guys probably, everybody I think knows Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, if only for the popular internet clip about it's garbage day.
Oh, that's what that's from?
That's from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Yes. Okay. If you ever wondered what that's from, it's from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
He shoots the guy.
Yeah, and he shoots the guy, which if you don't know, it was a popular YouTube clip in the early days of YouTube. But it's
right, because it's just such a weird, like,
it's such a cheesy, it's so weird. This guy's like comes up out of nowhere with a huge smile on his face and fucking it's garbage
day.
Somebody away. I haven't seen any of those movies, so I don't know, fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 has fucking Mickey Rooney, and he plays a guy named Joe Petto, a toy maker named Joe Petto. And,
no.
Yeah, and he had, like, Mickey Rooney was, like, one of the critics against the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like, he was one of the people who came out saying, you're taking, like, a beloved holiday figure and you're distorting it. And then he's in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. So,
have you guys seen the new Pinocchio? Oh, wait, hang on.
No, the Nutmeg. I was looking at it. I was like, something's missing.
Sorry, no, I'm not going to short you, though.
I have not seen the new Pinocchio. Wait, which one? Because there's 2
The Guillermo del Toro one.
No, I have not seen it.
I watched that one.
How was it?
Pretty good.
He's a great filmmaker.
Definitely very del Toro.
Well, he's a genius. The man is a...
Wait, what?
Guillermo del Toro has a new Pinocchio movie out on Netflix right now. And Disney had put out one just like a couple months ago, I think. Like,
sure.
Yeah, might as well have been. At this point, Tom Hanks. Yeah. Tom Hanks has become Pauly Shore at this point. He is just a sellout and constantly doing weird random things for God knows what reason. Because Tom Hanks is Geppetto in that, and it's like just Tom Hanks doing an Italian accent, which is like
he's just doing the Nicolas Cage thing where he just says yes to everything now.
If it's good enough, well, yeah, I think he is, but he
needs the money.
If an Italian accent is good enough for Tom Hanks, then it should have been good enough for Chris Pratt in the new Mario Brothers movie.
We're going back to that?
We're not getting off of that.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm
let's
Mario.
What
the hell?
It's me,
hey,
Mario.
It's me, Mario, because I'm Italian.
I'm Italian, guys. Aren't we having fun?
Well, he's like he's like 5th generation Italian American.
Eventually, it turns Italian if you go back far enough.
Right.
You just tweak the backstory a little bit. That's all you. That's all it takes. God, no, we will get on that. We won't stay on that discourse because we got a movie we got to get into.
We got. We're making up. We're gonna make up
some time. So we're gonna get into the exciting middle of Silent Night, Bloody Night. Again, if you're just joining us, we just had a gruesome axe murder, and who knows where we're going from here?
Who knows what else will be axed?
What? Yes, absolutely. That was superb. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting middle of... Oh, God damn it, Fresh. Yes, that is 100% yes. On that note, we're going to get into I should have asked you anything fresh before we get back into it.
No, so there...
Okay, good to know. All right. Well, then, without further ado,
Fresh is coming in from the boy band dimension.
Yeah, it really is. He's Fresh as a one-man boy band, and it's it's why it's a 28-year-old man starting a boy band. Well, I'll let you be the judge of that.
It's a man band.
It's a man band. It's a man band. That's right. Why don't we just start calling, instead of they're just bands, they're man bands?
Right.
Of course.
I'm part of a 5-part man band.
That sounds like nothing sexual.
It sounds terrible.
All right.
Okay,
We're going to go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Silent Night, Bloody Night right now. No yikes.
It's an interesting shot.
I like it. I love the framing. It's been some pretty good shots throughout.
Yeah, I do love these. Later for the show, but these later movies where they start to do some more interesting things with the framing.
Right.
Go ahead now.
Mr. Carter?
I'm not Carter.
Who is this?
The honor.
Butler.
I'm worried, Sheriff. Carter's not here.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
I can't. I'm sick.
Huh?
You come here.
What is it? What's wrong?
His car's here, but he's gone. Won't you come?
Okay. Now you stay put in that house.
I'll wait for you. Please, hurry. I'm afraid.
Now take it easy. I'm coming.
Mr. Butler, are you done?
Oh, come on. You shouldn't have said anything. Come on.
Come back.
What's that?
Tess, I want to see you again.
Hello? Who is this?
You know me, Tess. It's Mary Ann. Tell the mayor. Tell them all. I'm waiting in my father's house. Tess, it's so lonesome here. Don't be long.
Hello?
That was good.
That was creepy.
This is some shivers up my spine.
It's just Longmont messing around with the phone line.
Somebody's been screwing with the phone lines again, Mayor. I don't know. It's just one of those things that just happens. Me lifting weights.
Yeah, look, yeah,
Oh my God, where is everybody?
Where is everybody? That's a great question.
Little rap
This is pretty hilarious, actually. It's urgent. Where is everybody?
The Santa cutout can't answer the phone. And the sheriff's the deputy's too busy reading about football in the magazine.
Well, he's too busy looking at that picture.
Yeah, he's not reading yet, sorry.
Something urgent. Can you start early?
Oh, honey, I'm watching TV.
Maggie Daly, you get yourself over here.
I'm watching TV.
Wouldn't that be a great way to like blow off coming in for a shift? I'm watching TV.
Like what?
I'm binging the newest season of. Fucking, I don't even know what the popular show is right now. White Lotus.
Okay, there you go.
Everyone's heavy into Survivor now for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. For some reason. It's like, what, like 40-something season?
Yeah, it's been on forever. Because you know that the guy who created the show White Lotus competed on Survivor and like won or was a runner-up or something?
Wow.
No, I think he won.
Holy shit.
So he's an actor, he's a showrunner, and he's competed on Survivor.
And he has immunity.
He has, yes, permanent immunity.
He has the immunity totem. Or whatever.
That's what you get if you win Survivor. I've never finished a season. But I think that's the prize.
Diplomatic immunity for the rest of your life.
I mean, it's a pretty good prize.
Pretty nice. Wow, that's a long extension cord.
Come in.
Or wait, no. Oh, they're on like some kind. They're blinking. That's weird.
Okay, mister, that's far enough. What do you want?
Dang.
Yeah.
Mayor.
She got
Try
guns.
again. My father's not home. And don't move.
You want me to put my hands up?
I love how people hold guns in these old
Just
movies.
stay
It's
there.
like they don't know what a gun is.
Right, yeah. It's
What are you staring
kind
at?
of holding it very loosely.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
it's like
holding
if
a
you
gun.
shoot that, it's just gonna go
You
flying out of
stand.
your hand.
Right.
Thanks.
Does everybody carry one here?
You can ask the sheriff when he gets here. I'll call him.
Just 3 guns on the wall behind her.
The sheriff's office is empty.
Nope.
How do you know?
In case this one's a dud, we got 3 backups.
Who are you?
Switching guns is faster than reloading. On that one, Call of Duty.
Have you any ID?
Come on.
Don't laugh at me. I want your
You
ID.
think they teach that in the
Some
Army?
maniac escaped from Margaretville.
Yeah, I think playing Modern Warfare 2 is part of basic training.
Put it on the table.
How do you slide cancel in real life?
Now go back.
When do we learn how to wave dash?
Yeah.
Ask your drill
When do I get
sergeant
my
that.
claymore? How many people do I have to kill to get the claymore?
California license. Lucky you.
Would you like to see my maniac card from the asylum? They give you one when you escape. There's a big scarlet M on it so people won't get confused.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry about the gun. My father's in Wilton getting your money.
All I want to do is to get into my house.
So if you missed it, he's Jeffrey
The sheriff's
Butler.
deputy.
He's the guy that inherited the house that sent the lawyer.
Where's he?
You go down
Or
the
that's
road
what
about
he
a mile and a half.
says.
You come to a white house with a white fence, and then you can't miss it.
Okay, thank you. I did miss that.
It's okay.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
If I don't call
Yeah.
back in an hour,
Scene transition.
what? Call the mayor or Mr. Tone and nobody else. Promise me you'll do that.
Well, sure.
I love how she's like, perched, or no, she's standing. I don't know. There's just something.
It's because they're in the attic.
301. I'm heading west on Route 5 to Butler House.
Shot looks strange.
You'll hear from me.
It was strange. What the fuck?
POV, you're getting buried alive.
That light out there.
Dude, that is so me.
Bro, this is me as fuck right here.
Mood.
That's how terrible the sheriffs are in all these movies.
Not the brightest bulbs on the Christmas tree.
If there's ever a constant in all these movies, the police are
The
always
dumb
useless.
sheriff.
Always incompetent.
I mean, I guess if they were effective, the movie wouldn't. It's kind of like the conceit of the genre.
True. Why is he wearing sunglasses at night?
Oh damn, he's cool.
Because he's the cool sheriff.
My son. Yeah.
He's
God damn.
The blind sheriff that's reading this book.
Yeah, look, we're equal opportunities. Okay?
What, you think he can't be a sheriff just because he's blind?
You think he can't drive a car just because he's blind?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you find the deputy?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh. I was thinking, isn't your lawyer supposed to be at the house?
The door was locked. His car was there, so I borrowed it.
You mean you stole a car?
Yeah.
This is so fucking... Yeah, I borrowed the car, dude. It was just sitting there, so I took it, dude.
Who's coming to dinner?
We are in Long Island.
Didn't they just
hotwire it, bro?
Wait, what?
Didn't they just meet?
Yes.
No, I ate.
Yeah,
Just
and she's
met.
like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay,
You
sure.
seem kinda cool.
Yeah, you just stole this car.
It was the 70s.
Yeah.
It's cheap bourbon, but that's a big favorite around here.
She just had a gun pulled on him, and he's like, I'm cool, I
Do you
promise.
want-
And she's like, okay, here's a drink.
You're cool, you're cool.
Can I make you a drink?
I'm playing solitaire. Don't mess up my cards.
Well, here's to a fast dollar.
Cheers.
Why did you decide to sell the house?
Needed the cash.
After all these years?
I need it now.
What's it like on the inside? You know, I've never seen the inside. When I was a child, my father told me to stay away from it, or something terrible might happen.
Yeah, right. You know you snuck in there with all your other high school friends. At least once.
He's like, you want to see the inside? We'll go over there.
It's too bad. It's about the only place to see around here. Oh, I forgot. Someone keeps calling with a message for my father. She says that she's waiting at your house, in the reception room.
What one is waiting in my house in the reception room?
Oh, I don't know. It's not a voice that I know.
I better go out then.
He's going out again.
I'm pushy. I suppose you'll be going back to California soon. California. You said you lived there, remember?
No, I'll be traveling.
Jeff, look. It's the sheriff's car.
Oh, hey, Sheriff. What you up to over here? I didn't know.
AMD sheriff.
I'm the sheriff now.
Look at me.
There's a light. Look at that tombstone. Pretty cheerful.
Who bears the cross shall wear the crown. Wilfred Butler. My grandfather.
Oh.
Someone left their sunglasses.
He was wearing the sunglasses, so he had something to leave.
Ah, yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe he wouldn't have gotten killed if he wasn't wearing sunglasses at night.
Someone's fascinated by my grandfather's grave.
He would have seen the guy.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Man, I look so cool. No, I can't see, but...
Yes.
But I bet I look cool.
But I don't want to go alone.
Listen.
I'm not nervous.
Well, of course you're not.
Oh, it's a cold. I'm shaking from it.
You're not a victim.
Let's get out of here.
Or anything, but... I'm not saying he was
We'll get
asking
help in
for
town.
it, but
It's 10 minutes drive.
look at what he was wearing.
He could have done more, yeah. Could have taken his physical security more into account here.
Right.
Is this really set in Long Island?
Yeah.
Imagine going to a restaurant there and ordering a tea.
They'd be like, which one?
Here you go.
I'd never be able to walk in a straight line. Hey, look, Bob Ross.
Whoa.
Yeah,
you see that?
he just time jumped.
He just teleported halfway across the room. But not all the way across the room.
What a waste of a teleport. He sucks at teleporting.
Really wasted a spell slot there.
Wait, I don't get why he dings the bell.
Because he can't talk.
Oh.
Okay.
He's been talking in Morse code this whole time.
I mean, yeah, it's like
Is he
once for
always just
yes,
saying
twice for
A?
no, I guess.
Oh.
One of those deals.
Got the MacGuffin right here.
Yep. The money.
Jeez.
Terrible
Headlights were
driver.
pretty bad in
Yeah.
1970.
Deputy's not here, but Toman is.
Who's Toman?
Come on, you'll see. Mr. Toman, wait. No, please, I have to talk to you. I'm sorry. This is Jeffrey Butler. He's the one who's selling the house. We can't get inside the place. And my father's gone to Wilton. So we wondered...
Ding, ding. He just starts
Where's
dinging.
the bell when you need it?
Tess has gone to his house.
Why would she go there?
I don't know. Anyway, she won't get in. You say it's locked. He says she hates the place.
Would you like to drive there? Diana could stay here, lock herself in.
I need a key.
Why does she need to stay there? What do they worry? There's not technically. They don't know that there's anything to be worried about.
This plot doesn't make any sense.
It starts to get a little tenuous.
We have to go to the house.
But you have to stay here.
Yeah, you stay here, and so he's gonna drive me there, and then we'll all switch cars.
Get in, bro.
Fuck in, dude.
I drive like a maniac.
Oh man, this isn't.
I like this old guy.
It's Tess's.
Crazy bird lady. Knew it.
Seriously, I've heard of crazy cat lady. I've never heard of a crazy bird lady.
I bet that house smells great.
Oh God.
She must have gone to my place. But why wouldn't she go there?
Just gonna drive around.
She hates it.
God damn it.
Turn it into Phantom Creeps.
Maybe she went to see the woman who's there. Someone called the mayor's house before. Said she'd be waiting. What is it?
There he goes.
He's just smugging off to the races. I ain't got time to wait.
I don't have time to write this down.
All right. That wasn't menacing.
Hello, Jeff? Hello? Is anybody there? I'm Diane Adams. I spoke to you before.
You're not far off, Fresh.
Who are you?
He'll know. Christmas Eve, 1935.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, the name's Stedman Slick.
Stedman Slick?
Oh my God.
Did you get the cop?
I can't tell if this is actual snow or just scratches that they made on the film to make it look like snow. No, it's just scratches on the film. Yeah.
It's snowing inside. I'm batting down the hatches.
Goddamn leaky roof.
Somebody left the window open.
Oh, I'm feeling a draft. Alright.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm so fucking confused.
Well, remember what we said. Don't think about this too hard.
Seriously, that's the best thing you can do.
All right, time to go in this house I hate.
She's the killer. She did it.
It's the cop car. I think it's like a...
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like like Christine situation.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Possessed vehicle.
Coming alive and killing it.
Not a repossessed vehicle, a possessed vehicle. That's a whole.
You only
other
possessed
thing.
one time.
Yeah. Now there's your original series. It's a repo team, but it's a ghost. So they repossess the car.
Is that
and
you?
then it drives away on its own.
They exorcise the car and then repossess it.
Right. Ooh.
Fuck, get out, get out, get out.
You can't see me, but I can see you.
What an asshole. This flashlight's really bright.
I'm gonna shine this right in your eyes.
Hey, is this really bright?
But still, Tess. And you're frightened, aren't you? Don't be afraid. I want to help you. Take my hand. Take it, Tess.
Take it.
Oh,
Sheesh.
Brutal.
The person on the telephone.
Let's give her a hand, everyone.
Christmas Eve. But that's not the beginning. In 1927, Butler House was restored by
A
Wilfred
big hand for
Butler.
Tess, everybody.
Yeah.
After that, I find social notes, parties.
So I thought of a
nothing
joke
special.
today.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Then,
Okay,
in
so
1930, Butler's wife,
so
Catherine,
the other
dies
day
of tuberculosis.
I was taking a
In
shower
August 1933,
and
it stars
I was attacked.
Wilfred Butler's daughter is
I was
cruelly attacked.
luckily I had a fist
name
full
is
of soap at
Mary
the time, so
The same name as the
naturally I
caller
cleaned his
who left
clock.
those messages tonight.
Ah, wow.
On May 2nd, 1934,
Wow.
Mary Ann Butler gives birth
There-
to
yeah,
a
there it
son,
is.
I wanted to wait like a little too long.
It's perfect.
Early in 1935, Butler House is turned over to a Dr. Robinson as an asylum for mental patients.
He looks turned up.
And
He
then
does, he really
Butler
does.
goes on to say that he has committed his own daughter. Mary Ann will live at the asylum. There's no end to this story. It's been carefully cut out of all the papers. Why would Toman do that?
Why would he destroy the evidence?
She'll lock herself in here.
Yep, she'll be safe.
Yeah, but I can just walk right in.
Right, yeah. She did a good job of locking
You
herself.
scared me. What happened?
One job.
What happened is
Dear God, she's the
Tess
least
is
observant
fine,
person
good
ever,
person.
too.
Toman.
If she's our final girl, she
Everybody's
doesn't
in my
deserve
house
to
but
be.
me. It's cold outside and you forgot to lock the door.
Jack?
He pointed it out.
How old am I? You mean, how many years have I lived?
No. There's a lot in the paper about your family.
I don't want to talk about my family.
Wait a minute. There's a woman calling, and she says her name is Mary Ann. That was your mother's name, wasn't it?
My mother died in childbirth. That's when I started traveling.
It's not what the papers say.
Well, that's not what the papers say.
What's your point?
I just thought that you should read something for your own good.
Nothing you could tell me about my past or future would be for my own good. Where is the paper?
It's on the table.
comes out of nowhere.
First the man, now the car.
Oh, everything's just bursting into flames tonight.
It's so stupid.
Pyro. We got a pyro on the loose.
I missed the whole event.
Jeff, maybe your mother's still alive. Maybe she's waiting for you at the house.
Yeah, Jeff.
I don't know. Come on. No more side trips. Let's go out there.
No more side trips. After all the diversions, we're going to take you out there. And that is going to take us to our second break.
No more diversions.
No more diversions except the break. So, we're 2/3 of the way into it. Obviously, there's a lot of ridiculous stuff happening.
We've gotten it. How many more bodies?
At least two. Well, two. Yeah, the sheriff and Tess.
Right, okay.
So we got 2 down. Who knows how many to go? It's certainly, they're stacking up pretty well. I mean, we had some pretty good scare sequences there too. Like that first phone call legit got me. And this,
a lot of atmosphere in this one.
Yeah, and again, so that idea of what's creating the atmosphere, these subjective point of view shots of the killer, this whole idea of the device of the phone calls and the killer making these phone calls and doing voices. That is, more people know those elements from a movie that came just 2 years after this, from 1974, titled Black Christmas. Black Christmas is considered, people consider it the first slasher movie, because a lot of people don't know about the movie that we've watched tonight. Black Christmas, for whatever reason, kind of was able to capture attention in a way that people were like, oh, this movie has all the elements of a traditional slasher. But it turns out it's a lot of elements that are in tonight's movie. There's the subjective POV shots, which were in Black Christmas, they're considered innovative. Well, that's what's being done here, is these POV shots. This whole idea of the killer making phone calls to the victims, that's a huge plot point in Black Christmas. And Black Christmas was directed by a guy named Bob Clark, who's more known for directing another Christmas film that everybody's, I think, a little more familiar with. It's a small film that you may know titled A Christmas Story. So Bob Clark directed what is considered one of the most joyful Christmas movies of all time, Black Christmas. A Christmas Story, and then one of the less joyful horror Christmas movies, Black Christmas. So it's kind of weird that Bob Clark did these 2 Christmas movies, one super wholesome, one totally horrific, and they're both
a bit of a pivot.
They're both considered classics. Black Christmas is, again, it came out 4 years before Halloween. So when people talk about Halloween being a big seminal slasher, most people are like, well, actually, before Halloween, there was Black Christmas. Well, actually, before Black Christmas, there was Silent Night, Bloody Night.
So is this the first slasher flick?
It's one of the earliest, as far as...
It's got a claim to the title.
And especially because it has a lot of elements that would be known for slasher movies to come. Like, these POV shots was a huge thing that Halloween was given credit for. Oh, you can see shots of Michael Myers' mask, in that movie, or at least in the first segment. And so that was considered innovative, but it had been done in Black Christmas and in this. So yeah, tonight's film kind of is, if not the first, it's at least a prototype. So at the break, we're going to see, it's apparently the trailer for Black Christmas, but it's 4 minutes long, and it's significant parts of the movie. So it actually is a good reference point for what we've seen so far in tonight's film. As far as the comparisons I mentioned, this trailer will actually show those. And so it's kind of interesting to see that, you know, I don't know that Bob Clark, the director of Black Christmas, saw Silent Night, Bloody Night, but there's a lot of similarities. So I'll let you guys be the judge. I'll let y'all see this trailer. So we're going to get this, and then when we come back, we'll finally get to the exciting conclusion of Silent Night, Bloody Night. So stick around. We will be right back.
A high school girl's been murdered. Mr. Harrison's daughter is missing. And now at the house where she lives, the other girls are getting obscene phone calls.
Yeah, what I've done is I've tapped this phone so that when it rings, it'll ring at the station house, too.
There was a little girl murdered over in the park tonight.
Yes, I heard.
Your phone's ringing.
Hello?
Hey, Mommy. There's the baby. Baby, all right, Mom. Just
Who's there?
I know you're there, nasty baby. You answer me, it's good. Mommy. Come here.
Where's Agnes?
You want
Why are you doing this?
This is Graham. It's group 140, terminal 55.
Remember those idyllic scenes out of your childhood? Crisp winter nights, star bright, sleigh bells, crackling Yule logs, candlelight glistening off of shimmering Christmas trees, chestnuts roasting over open fires, carolers beneath snow-covered window ledges. Remember those. Remember them well. After Black Christmas, they'll never be the same again. Black Christmas, starring Olivia Hussey, Keir Dullea, Margot Kidder, and starring John Saxon as Lieutenant Fuller. If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight.
You got it. Come on, you got it, Fresh.
I'm steady spitting facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no wax.
And we are back. So that was the trailer for Black Christmas, and I mean, as you can see, a lot of the same kind of plot devices, you know, like this whole idea of the killer calling the victims and kind of taunting them. I mean, that's where a lot of the tension comes from in that movie. And obviously, of course, Black Christmas is more well done than tonight's film, and the tension is more palpable. It's certainly more artful. I don't think that can be argued. But I mean, tonight's film is definitely trying.
Yeah, I mean, tonight's film, I'd say it's succeeding in a lot of instances.
Compared to what we normally watch.
Right, yeah. I mean, honestly, compared to what we usually watch, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, the production value is really high, even if the story doesn't particularly make much sense.
Right, and I mean, even then, high production value, but it's obviously was, very much just a ragtag group of filmmakers that had enough money to go out on Long Island. Apparently, the screenwriter pitched the idea, pitched a treatment, and was like, oh yeah, the script is being written right now. And they're like, all right, great. Well, send it to us on Monday and we're in. And so he had to go home and write the script in 3 days. And so it's obviously, this was a slapdash kind of thing. And, it's very much.
Yeah. Let's get Garrett on the freestyle.
No,
Garrett, spit some.
I'm not. Christmas time.
Christmas rap.
Feel the beat.
Christmas spirit.
Christmas beat. Christmas beat.
Christmas spirit. Here's where you hear it.
That was good. Christmas spirit. Here's where you hear it. What more can you say? But yeah, so it's, the movie comes off really well for all the low budget trappings. So we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Silent Night, Bloody Night. No, you're fine. You're good. Any predictions? I mean, who do we think the killer is? Is it
well, the little old lady got killed. So my prediction.
That was your prediction. Was the little old lady? She's out.
I think my prediction is coming true of the daughter being
the mayor's daughter. Pretty good guess.
One that, the one that secretly got committed to the insane asylum that they tried to scrub all the records of.
Yes. That is, and yeah, Fresh. I mean, that's all you need to know story-wise at this point. If you're haven't been following and you're gonna be what Fresh sums it up right now. There's some woman that's been put in an asylum and they're not quite sure who the identity of this woman is. So I don't know. We've got plenty of suspects. We've got a wide list. So we're about to find out. All right. Well, I think without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Silent Night, Bloody Night right now.
Right now.
Why with all the yikes? Yeah, too bad it's not a police call.
Fresh for a second. For a second there, I thought you were about to turn into Fat Boy Slim.
Fat Boy Slim.
Right about now.
Whose car is that? It's not the sheriff. Oh, Mr. Toad.
No, that's the old guy's car. Yeah, the deaf guy.
It's empty.
It's definitely empty now.
Yeah, it's not, no signs of life, I would imagine.
Just hiding in the floorboards.
Whoa.
The Willy Wonka Wonka fucking tunnel melody.
Well, there goes Tobin.
If you're okay, call out to us.
Ring once for I'm okay and twice for I need medical assistance.
Ding.
Ring
Ding.
once for I'm okay and twice for help. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Ding ding. Oh, he's double okay.
He said he's A-okay.
Was that 2 or was that 1 twice? It's so dark.
It really is.
Yeah, I can't see anything in this shot. Except for his fur. Or whatever's lining his jacket.
Hey, Sweet Feet's in the house.
With the knee cleats about to...
His hands. Somebody cut off
There
his
it
hands.
is. No, you're good, Sweet Feet.
You killed him. You killed Toman.
Somebody cut off his hands?
He's asking for help.
Oh, that was Toman's hands.
You killed him.
Is that what he's saying?
I think so.
Wait, did he do
Poor
it?
people, bruh.
We got a body count going here at Sweet Feet tonight. Tonight has been...
And a
Poor
dog.
people.
Jack Claw.
4 people and a dog. He's killed the entire
And
Mystery
dog.
Inc.
Yeah. Pretty much. Scooby-Doo and gang didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here.
That's been her MO.
It really
this whole
has.
film.
Like,
all right, I'll wait here.
I don't really care that much about what's going on right now.
Ah, yeah.
It's definitely Scrappy-Doo if there's ever a regular culprit.
It's so here we are in the first slasher movie, and turns out the bad guy is Scrappy-Doo.
He takes off his mask and he's Scrappy-Doo.
Like that shit is.
The keys. He took them.
Scrappy-Doo what Nintendo don't.
Damn, that's facts.
She didn't notice the keys weren't in there. She didn't ask him to keep it running.
What do you think? This is a government vehicle, bro? We gotta pay for gas.
Good point.
You're not just gonna sit out in front of the house wasting gas in my car.
Hello?
Mr. Mayor. Yes, what?
I love how he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck is a mayor getting the money?
Won't you come over here, Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Mayor. Yeah, what do you want?
I have a great investment opportunity for your city, Mr. Mayor.
Your daughter.
Okay, Stedman.
It's 4 people, bro. Like that shit is.
I got a Sweet Feet clip.
Nice.
That's what I thought that was. I thought that was Sweet Feet's voice.
I'm ready to talk regular.
I'm ready to talk regular, Rick.
Nope. It's getting all weird now.
Mayor, get your gun.
Nope, don't want to talk to you.
We don't want you up here.
we don't want you.
We don't want you. Yep, click. We don't want you, click.
is he bloody now?
Is he bloody? Oh shit, he is bloody.
He is bloody. Bloody night.
Yeah, we must have missed something.
Is it because he was hauling the dude with his hands cut off?
Oh, when they had Toman earlier?
Yeah, might be why he's bloody.
Is it Silent Night because that one guy's mute?
Yep. It's all about the fact that Toman has to speak through a bell. That's what the bells are about in the song Silver Bells.
Never see it. Not my beloved daughter, or even my grandson, Jeffrey.
That's
I
me.
write for myself in the hope of forgiveness, if that is still possible. And I write for you, Marianne, whose youth and innocence I have destroyed.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
By 1935, the doctors had treated my daughter for a year. I had believed they could cure her. The child, Jeffrey, was taken from us and sent to California.
So a bunch of these people in this flashback scene are like Warhol superstars from the 60s.
They welcomed other patients. Useless. All of it. I remembered what she had been. There was never a lovelier, happier child.
So Andy Warhol, the pop artist, made a lot of art films in the 60s, and with trans actors, with alternative artists as actors, with his friends as actors, he just made random movies. One of these guys made a movie called Batman vs. Dracula that never got released.
Wow. By Christmas of the first year, I knew that I must act, not for myself, but for my helpless child.
Led him to create this institution. Our friend.
I had no plan. All I knew was that I must take her from these men with their promises, their lies.
Shall we? For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Okay, Clue. We're totally in Clue now.
We are. How many
Clue
endings does
Land.
this movie have?
I knew that they would gorge themselves into a stupor that afternoon. It was their celebration. I expected no less. Since they had come into my house,
Evan
they
is
had acted as if they
loving
owned
this candy over here.
Yeah, I'm really.
like poor relations, half guilty. But
I can get into some
some
old person candy.
Ugh, people eating. Ugh.
Eric, don't look at my camera.
Yeah, you and these people disgust me.
How dare you eat?
After dinner, they danced and drank as they usually did. All the time, Robinson would smile and reassure me. They
So is this
expected me to
whole
believe
scene just like recycled footage?
No, this is like they filmed this for the movie.
Trust me.
But they got the people from Warhol.
Yeah, it was all like friends of
He saw a
friends,
light.
kind of a
There's
deal.
a light at the end of a long tunnel.
I mean, the one who's playing the woman who's playing the mayor's daughter, Mary Warrenov, was another Warhol actress who was also married to the director. So that's kind of how she facilitated all these other Warhol
Stay
people
here, Doctor.
being involved.
I'll get more champagne. He was ready. I knew it. Drunk and fat and full of his own importance. I left then.
Yeah, no, this was all filmed for the movie, and it's fucking wild looking.
Yeah, this coloration is crazy. Everything's gold.
This is really a golden age classic.
It's what they call the golden age of cinema.
They never got their hands on this baby.
I just want to point out, I have no idea how the fuck you found this, considering the amounts of, you know, views and
I just do I do recently uploaded. I filter search and I find the best looking copy. A little tip for everybody out there.
Writing that down in the old notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was uploaded like last month.
Yep. That's how usually, like, if it's recently uploaded, it's usually a high. They try to find some HD quality copy, some restored copy.
My cruelty to Mary Ann was inhuman. I know that. I had loved her. I had fathered our child, Jeffrey.
Oh, no!
But I swear that on that afternoon, all I wanted was to save my child.
Ugh. Did y'all catch that?
Wait, what?
He slept with his daughter. He's his grandson's father.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's why he committed her to an asylum.
From that house. But also, I wanted to set free those other wretches who had so long been abused.
Is that how y'all do it in Long Island?
I guess the Long Island way. It's so creepy.
I knew what they might do if these inmates.
This looks like some of that German impressionist stuff.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I knew. And still, I freed them.
Bless you.
I love all these weird angles.
They were definitely going for.
Yeah, this feels like a different movie. Like the last.
Yeah, this is the last third, and it's been a lot of flashback. This is fucking creepy.
I don't understand.
Oh, God.
This is Resident Evil 4 now.
That's fucking dude. Oh, he let the patients out of the asylum.
But why? Oh, because he didn't like those people. Yeah. I get it. He doesn't like those people, so he's just gonna let the crazy people kill them all. But what about his daughter wife?
I think she kind of gets caught in the melee.
He took her away from the house.
Well, no,
but it looks like
he brought her over here when he went and opened that door. She was with him when he opened this door to let them out.
Right.
So yeah, maybe she's with him. Yeah, I'm not
maybe
sure.
She's like safe over there. Or something.
Yeah, she. God, all these fucking
like the chick leaning back.
Maniacs with weapons, bro.
That's so cool. That's such a good idea.
Oh.
Just let them do it, and then you don't have any blood on your hands.
Well, the maniacs got out. I couldn't do. There's nothing I could do. My hands were tied.
I don't know what happened. They must have just got out. To be fair, it wasn't much of a loss because it was just a bunch of.
I can't tell if these people are wearing big wigs or if there's some kind of filter on the thing that is making the shadows blend in with the darkness of their hair.
I had no idea what that shot was for like 10 seconds.
It took me a minute.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's moist critical.
They're all being very quiet.
That one guy is just fucking passed out. He's done too much coke.
Fat and happy.
He's good.
They're all passed out, I guess. Or wait,
I
no.
think
She's awake.
She's like, she seems awake, but she didn't really care when they all walked in. It seems like when they wrote this, they wanted them all to be doing drugs, but they couldn't, so they just ate a lot of food.
They just got too fat.
Yeah, they just ate too much. Now they're all passed out.
Well, they definitely got drunk.
That's fine. That's an okay drug because it's taxed.
Definitely imbibed. Ooh. God, this is so creepy. Oh,
no!
Oh, hell yeah. Wake up, baby. Wake up.
So brutal for the first slasher.
It really is. I mean, that was gruesome. Yeah, that's some torture shit.
After the inmates started for the house, I went to get our car to take Marianne away. I do not know exactly when she slipped away from me.
I don't know. I wasn't keeping an eye on
They
Marianne.
assumed that when they saw her in the dining room, the inmates believed her to be part of that household which they hated. And so, they killed her. Later, there was a celebration. And then most of the inmates fled. I don't know where. But I shall never forget what they did to my child. Since that Christmas,
Sheesh is right.
And asylums. Lived anonymously as an animal. I have wandered in bitterness until all seasons have become as one. And that is a season of vengeance.
God damn, bro. What a fucking flashback and a half, dude.
Yes, sheesh.
I mean, it's not good structurally to make a story like that.
Right, to have
but that was very interesting.
Have the climax of the story be like in a flashback.
20 minutes of
act.
flashback, yeah.
Jeff.
Oh shit.
Wilfred Butler is still alive. This is still his house.
Your grandfather died in 1950. He was burned to death in this house.
My grandfather poured gasoline over a squatter he found here. The town wanted to believe he was dead. They still do. This house was an asylum. There was a massacre by the inmates. Tess, Tolman, the sheriff. Your father.
No.
Oh shit. So did you catch that?
Wait, what?
The mayor and the sheriff, all these people were escaped inmates.
Oh.
And they became the mayor and the sheriff and the executive secretary and the
Who's there?
newspapermen. Yeah, that's a hell of a twist. Ah. Who is that? Dead sheriff, probably, I guess.
Butler.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh God. Oh God.
Shut up, sweet pea. Double kill.
That was unusual.
Daddy?
Diane?
Jack?
Huh. All right, Dad, I'll be right back. I'm gonna talk to this random guy I only just met. Who is the fuck is this?
Who is it?
Don't run away. Don't. I'm your father. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Please. It's all right. I won't hurt you. I need you. I would have seen you. Waited for you.
What the fuck?
Please. Please.
Was he a real guy or was he some kind of ghost?
I think he was real. He wasn't actually dead like everyone thought he was. And he was just hanging around the house all the
Hanging
time.
around the house fucking murdering people?
Yeah. Because he was fucked up because he got burned. But he wasn't dead.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you are, sweet pea. You're missing a lot of setup.
By morning,
If you had the setup, it still wouldn't make sense, but you are missing
Yeah,
it.
don't worry, Sweet Pea, it would never make sense.
I know that my father and Jeffrey both thought they were shooting at killers, but they were simply the last victims in that house of victims.
Wow.
So she is our final girl after all.
A year later, they will tear down.
You hit on it again, my friend.
But they can never destroy my memories of what happened here.
All right, tear it down.
My memories. The symbolism. All the way in. Evan, you hit on a great point because that was something we didn't mention earlier in talking about Black Christmas and how this is a prototype for slashers. The final girl idea was not a thing. That wasn't.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
At the time, that wasn't.
This was the first one.
So really.
So this is the first final girl.
Well, again, you can look at other horror movies before this to kind of see the. Again, you could call them prototypes. But this fits all the definitions, more or less. But it comes before Black Christmas. It comes before Halloween.
The first and final girl.
First and final girl. That is right, Sweet Pea.
The first final.
But yeah, no, that was a novel idea at the time. That was not like a trope that everybody just No. So now she's a little different. It's not like she had to fight too much. There was kind of like a Mexican standoff at the end.
Yeah, she did shoot the guy though.
She did. Yes, she did. She killed. She did kill that guy. That's true. That's a very good point. And you see a Canon release. Canon's a very schlocky release company that was more known in the 80s, and this is one of their first movies. That was Silent Night, Bloody Night. So what did you guys think? I mean, we have seen a handful of 70s movies on this show, but I think this is the one that comes closest to actually defining tropes before they were actually popular. And so for that reason, I think it's actually a pretty good movie. But like, what did you guys think? Did y'all feel that, or did y'all think, it's kind of run of the mill, you know?
I'm not sure I like followed it entirely.
You can't. It's impossible to follow.
Unlike some of the other stuff that we've seen from the 70s.
I'll say this is the second time I've seen it, and it makes more sense.
I think I would need to watch it again.
There's a lot of these public domain movies I've seen 40, 50 times, and they still don't make sense. This is one of the few that only on the second watch, I'm like, okay, I think I get it more than I got it the first time. So it's actually more rewarding for me. But what about you, Fresh? You were catching on to a lot of the... I mean, you knew that it was going to be kind of like... ambiguous as far as the ending. I don't know. You were just picking up on a lot of what they were putting down, I thought.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the most modern feeling movie I think we've seen, in that like some of the tropes we know about today are here in this one. Like, it seems like some of the shit we watched before is like it's tropes that like you may know about, but they were a thing back then and not necessarily a thing now.
Right. Yeah, a lot of it it's old tropes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they're out of fashion. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's out of fashion things. It's old business. What we saw in this movie tonight are tropes that are still being used to this day. Yeah, it's cool. We don't get a lot of movies like this on this show, so it was like. And it was cool that it was a Christmas movie of all things too. Like, that's another way that this was kind of a first, that it's like, well, let's make it on a holiday, you know, like holiday horror. Halloween came out 4 years after this, and Halloween was kind of the game changer.
They could have just called this one Christmas.
They could have just called it Christmas, and it would have been fine. If Halloween works, Christmas works. Yeah. And so, you know, I don't know. I only saw this. You gotta love Fresh's commitment to agreement. He's a yes man through and through.
Very agreeable.
Very agreeable man. But yes, it does. I mean, it really does hit on a lot of things for the first time, which is cool. Yeah, it's cool to see. Yeah. So, you know, and we got blood and we got slasher stuff, which we never get.
Hands cut off.
I mean, when do we see that? You know?
Yeah, the hand was a nice touch.
It was. It really was. I mean, just even seeing blood was a nice touch. All of it. I mean, I think that, again, this is the second time that I've seen this movie, and I enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but I felt like I enjoyed it even more this time. It's basically, to sum it up, this is going to be holiday viewing for me every year. I mean, this is just in the rotation.
This is the new Christmas movie.
I mean, again, I'm more inclined toward horror-themed Christmas movies. Again, Black Christmas, Christmas Evil, those have become staples for me in the past 3 or 4 years.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't gotten around to that one.
I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't watched it all the way through. we're getting to it next season. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is coming. But I figured we needed something with a little more juice for our first Christmas special.
This has got juice.
This had a lot of juice. Again, hot right out of the gate. And then, kind of up and down as far as...
Yeah, you want to talk about a hook.
You want to talk about a hook? A guy running out of a mansion on fire who was like legit burning for more than 30 seconds. Like, where's the fire extinguisher? Where's the on-set safety coordinator? This must have been some kind of record.
Right, you see that and look, you got me.
It hooks you. It hooks you right away. So you got to give them props for the fact that they were able to understand that a horror movie needs set pieces. You need a good hook. You need good murders every 10, 15 minutes. But those set pieces are what are going to endear you to your audience. That's what the audience is looking for. And so, again, to see all these kind of murders and all this kind of stuff years before it was considered cliche, I mean, it's important to appreciate that. So I'm glad that we could show Silent Night, Bloody Night a little respect this Christmas. It's much deserved, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I enjoyed it. It has been, we're about halfway through season 4. We're coming up on the end of the year, obviously.
Yeah, coming up on year 1.
Year 1, we are steadily approaching that. So obviously next week it's Christmas time. We will not be showing any features next week. We may do a mini-sode. I don't know. We haven't talked about it, but we'll figure that out. But no feature next week because the lawman is closing in on us. They think that I don't have a super license and that I am using copyrighted stuff, but I've already tried to tell the law I'm above the law because everything I'm using is public domain. Public domain is above the law. Is technically, it is the law and it's above the law.
Yeah.
So,
just tell them you're a sovereign citizen.
Right. Yeah. Well, yes. They always let you go once you tell them that. They can't do anything. Right, Evan. They can't do anything once you say.
Tell them that you have diplomatic immunity because you won season 43 of Survivor.
Right. I have unlimited immunity.
I've got the totem.
Here's my immunity totem. Yeah.
Foolproof. Absolutely foolproof.
Gets them every time.
Every time. So we won't be here next week for a feature. But guess what? 2 weeks from now, we're going to be hitting you with another holiday special.
All right. Another special.
Technically, it's a regular episode of the stream. Like, it counts as like episode 6 of season 4. But it's January 30th. And we're watching a New Year's themed film.
Wait, January 30th?
December 30th. I'm getting, you're right there to January. You just want to jump to it.
We're gonna take a couple weeks off, folks.
No, yeah, we're not taking that many weeks off. Don't worry. December 30th, we're gonna be watching The Phantom Carriage, it's a New Year's film. It's a silent film. It's from Sweden. It's 100 and something-ish minutes.
Great.
We have to do every season.
I feel like those last couple sentences were the small print.
There was I didn't say them fast enough to be the small print, but usually you'd say it really fast. But yes, it is great because we have to. These silent movies are public domain. We have to get them in. We have to get them done. So
we're going to be bringing in the new year in style.
But guys, it's on theme. That's the main thing. It's a New Year's movie. So,
and I mean, to be fair, as few public domain Christmas horror movies as I thought there'd be, I'm sure there are even fewer
There
New Year's themed.
There are even fewer New Year's themed public domain horror movies. So the fact that it's silent is...
The fact that you have one.
Yeah, that I have one and that it's
surprising.
silent is like, whoa.
New Year, Bloody Year.
Well, yeah, what were they on in 1920 with New Year, Bloody Year? Again, actually... Phantom Carriage was considered very innovative for its day, and you guys will see why. It's like it is got some cool special effects in it for the time, and it's basically about a guy being taken away by death on New Year's. Like he's dying, and death is whisking him away on the Phantom Carriage. So that sounds fun, right? We're going on a carriage ride. you know?
I think I'm gonna be busy that day. Actually, that's what's on my calendar.
Well, I mean, we'll rent you a pedicab ride so you can experience what it's like to actually feel the cold breeze of death hitting your face when you're riding on the Phantom Carriage. Next 2 Fridays from now, you can join us for that. That same Wednesday, we'll be having a mini-sode. So if we don't do one next week, which we may or may not, we'll definitely do one the week after that. You can find us on all the socials at Scream Stream Show, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can find Fresh Rogan at all the socials at Fresh Rogan. You can't find Evan, so don't.
Right. Well, I got banned from Twitter.
Yeah, he did. Evan did. I was on there. Evan was one of the main proponents of the Elon jet.
Yeah, I was on there for one day, and I put just Elon Musk in a tweet, and I got banned. So.
And he got taken down. So it doesn't take much these days, unfortunately.
So watch out.
Please be safe on Twitter, because it's, you never know when you're going to get removed. Poor Evan. We got to protect each other out there. So, follow us on all the socials. Thanks so much for watching tonight. Thank you, boys, as always, for joining me. Anything before we sign off tonight?
Just Merry Christmas.
Great. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. Until next time, sweet screams, everybody.
Creep tight.
And to all a good fright.